Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Walker Venrick with Sharp Sports Network, bringing you my top 3 plays for this February 12th 11-game NBA slate. This is a huge 11-gamer. Obviously, any 11-game slate is obviously a big slate, but we have a ton of big names. And just this middle price range right here from $6K all the way up to the top price guys is just gargantuan. Obviously, that's going to lead to a ton of variance and a ton of different lineup possibilities and just a lot of options today, if we're going to put it in layman's. But I love this slate, and I'm excited to be bringing you guys my top 3 plays. We're going to jump right into this one. If you have not already, please do leave a like on this video. We greatly appreciate your support, as always. And if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. We're happy to give you guys advice when we can. Starting off this video here on DraftKings, the first play I want to talk to you guys about, let's do some scrolling. Down at this 6.4K range, we have Jaren Jackson Jr., the cover boy of today's video for a few reasons. Jaren Jackson has a 23% usage rate on the year, and he should see around that 30-minute mark like he's hit most of his games pretty much all year long. Anything over 30 minutes would be great, but I'm going to say he hits around 30 minutes tonight in a competitive game, though, at home against the Blazers. The Grizz are currently 3.5-point favorites over the Blazers right now, but this is the highest total game on the slate, currently sitting at 235 points. Power forwards have been just destroying the Blazers, and particularly Carmelo Anthony all season long. Carmelo is a small power forward, and Jaren Jackson is a big power forward, and he should be able to get his way inside all game against Carmelo. Portland allows the most fantasy points per game to any power forwards on the opposition all season, and then they actually allow the second most rebounds per game to opposing power forwards in the league this year. Jaren Jackson should be able to fill up that rebound column, fill up the true scoring column, and honestly just have a pretty complete double-double here. He's only 6.4K. I'm absolutely fine with paying this price tag for him. The one column on the stat sheet that we really need him to not fill out is this fouls column. If you've been playing NBA DFS for a long time, you know that Jaren Jackson is the definition of foul trouble. When we think foul trouble, the first player that comes to my mind is Jaren Jackson. That's how it's been for a long time, and it's probably going to be like that for forever. The thing with Jaren Jackson is I'm going to limit him preferably to just tournaments, maybe some of those triple ups or multipliers, things like that I'm okay with. But in straight cash games, unless you're looking to take a little bit of a risk on a guy, I wouldn't really look at Jaren Jackson just because of how frequently he really does get into foul trouble. If he stays out of foul trouble here in this game, honestly, as he shouldn't have to foul. And granted, he never has to, and he likes to fill up that foul number. But regardless, I love Jaren Jackson. This is an absolute smash spot. It's going to be a very quick up and down game, like I said, with a ton of rebounding opportunities and scoring opportunities for him. So jumping over to Monkey Knife Fight to talk about my play of the day over here, we have Trae Young and Colin Sexton on this two-man game in the Hawks and Cavaliers game. We love the prop games over here on Monkey Knife Fight. I say it in almost every single video. This is my two-man of the day. I absolutely love the real point over on both of these players. The Cleveland Cavs allow the most fantasy points in the league currently to opposing point guards. And they also allow, I believe, bottom 3 in real points allowed to opposing point guards. Trae Young, coming off of rest, should absolutely thrive in this matchup. And then Colin Sexton on the other end in a pace-up spot. The Atlanta Hawks actually allow the most points to opposing shooting guards in the league. It's going to be a backcourt game here. Obviously, these are two of the worst defenses in the league. They both allow a ton of points to centers as well, and just bigs in general. But I love the over on both of these guys. Make sure, if you have not already, when you do sign up over here on Monkey Knife Fight, use our code SSN to get that 100% deposit match. So if you deposit $20, they'll match it if you use our code to $40. It's definitely worth it, and I do love playing these games over here. So let's jump over to my second play of the day. On FanDuel, this is something that you probably did not see coming. I feel like most people in the industry are off of Chris Middleton today. With Giannis, Giannis just had his son, I believe, Liam. Chris Middleton, obviously, we all know, he gets a massive boost when we take Giannis Antetokounmpo off the court. He has been priced up to 8.8K, I believe, over here on DraftKings. I want to verify that real quick. Yeah, 8.8K over here on DraftKings. They have an average at best matchup here against the Pacers. Chris Middleton is definitely a much better play on FanDuel at 7.2K. Don't get me wrong. But I think he can pay off the 8.8K price tag on DraftKings as well, and it's good leverage to have with high upside. It's definitely capping a little bit because you're not going to get an 80-point game out of him or anything like that. But if he does happen to drop another monster game like he did there against Washington, which was granted a much better spot, a much more of it's a pace-up spot against a horrendous defense. Even if he doesn't drop 70 fantasy points, if he pulls off 60, and he's more than capable of doing that, this is a better spot for him than it was against Sacramento. I think Chris Middleton's actually a sneaky play, and it's weird to say that with Giannis off the floor. He should never be sneaky, but he's priced up to a point where people should be scared of him. He has a 25% usage rate on the year, but when we take Giannis off the court, that shoots up to almost 34%, which is a massive boost, and he should see the mid-30 sort of minutes in this game, around 35 like he did there against Washington, 33 I would think minimum like he did there against Sacramento. I absolutely love playing him in tournaments. Like I said, he's got some leverage for us, but on FanDuel, I'm definitely okay with him in all formats. And let's jump over back to DraftKings for my last play. We do need to do some scrolling down to this 5K range. We're going to talk about a little bit of salary relief with Cheick Diallo at this 5K price tag. Cheick Diallo played 39 minutes against the Lakers. With Baines and Ayton inactive, with that jumbo duo off the court, Ayton is currently doubtful. Obviously, I don't think he's going to play. Baines is already ruled out. With them both off the court, he is going to have to play as many minutes as he can, and he actually gets a much, much better matchup here against Golden State. The Lakers obviously have a very dense front court with guys like AD, JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard. He should fare much, much better. Look for his efficiency to go up. Look for his usage to go up in a much faster game here against Golden State, who has a much weaker front court. This is a much better spot for him, and I love the salary relief that we're getting from Cheick Diallo. I'm locking him into a ton of my lineups. I'm going to have so much Cheick Diallo exposure tonight that it's dangerous. I absolutely love him in this spot, so I'm not getting off of him in cash games for sure, and I'm going to have a ton of exposure to him in tournaments as well. I expect him to be pretty popular though, so not much of an edge play here, but the other two will definitely go lower owned than they should. I hope you did enjoy this video though, because that is all I have for you guys. Thank you guys very much for coming out here, watching my videos, and always taking the time out of your day to do so. It means the world to me. And we are going to we're going to get on a heater here on these videos. We were on such a hot streak for a while, and now it's kind of been a little up and down. 2 out of 3 is not a good video for me. It needs to be 3 out of 3, so we're going to try to get that started today. But again, thank you guys for coming out. Come over to the Twitch stream later this afternoon, right around 5 to 5:15 Eastern. I should be live right over on Twitch. The link to that is in the description below. I hope to see you guys there. If I don't, I will see you in tomorrow's video, but good luck on this slate tonight.